Hi, so I'm Camille McHenry and I'm a senior designer and a recent recipient of the Virgil Abloh Postmodern Scholarship. I'm a triple minor in product development, fashion merchandising, and women's gender and sexuality studies. And I'm also a captain on the women's track and field team here. What led me to design, I've always kind of loved fashion ever since I was little. I was pretty opinionated when I was little. Every time that my mom we would go shopping and she would say like, "Oh, Camille, isn't this cute?" I'd be like, maybe for you, not for me. And I'm like 5 years old, like really, really young. And playing dress up was like my favorite thing. And so throughout the years, I just kind of made the decision pretty early on. I was really into DIYs and everything, and I planned like my whole schedule in high school around it because my high school had a program. So my collection is titled Flared Frequencies, and it's basically, the idea behind it is talking about my experience with anxiety, especially throughout college and like being a designer. And at the time when we were coming up with our ideas, I didn't have anything else that was in my brain. It was just a lot of anxiety when approaching school. And so I decided to be like authentic to myself and just, tap into that and in those feelings. And so my collection itself is all about recreating the frenetic and like apprehensive feeling and kind of cramped feeling, but mixing it with looser silhouettes and like tight patterns mixed with bigger patterns. And just textile design is really important. What I really wanted to do is kind of create something that had a lot going on but was controlled at the same time. And so throughout the collection there's like instances where there's a lot of color, like a bunch of different colors, and then there's also a black and white portion of it. And it's just kind of creating that balance and that contrast. And just again, like throughout the collection, it's about having like, okay, one thing look a certain way and then balancing it with something else. So that was kind of where I came from, but where the idea really came from. And I think also just looking at a bunch of different abstract prints, it was like whatever really inspired me and what I could pair together. Because Doris said I have an eye for it, so I mean, hey, I just went with it. Something I would tell myself, that it all works out. Again, like it's so easy for me to get overwhelmed, and so like every semester has kind of been like me putting kind of extra pressure on myself, and it's like it all works out in the end.